Hello? May I have a one-way ticket to Monrovia, please? Yes. Cash? No. Thank you.
I've been here 30 long years. All my children born here. I've had a mighty good life. God bless the U.S. of A. I saw my car. I saw my house. I got me plenty of change. I'll be big shot. I'll do good rattle. I will live like a queen. Give me one way. Ticket to my brother. Give me one way. Ticket to my brother. That's all I need. Give me one way. Ticket to my brother. Give me one way. Ticket to my brother. Give me one way. Ticket to my brother. That's all I need. Give me one way. Ticket to my brother. I thank my Lord, the God of peace. Oh, he really answers prayers. Thank God for the United Nations and Papa Kofi Annan. I thank my Lord for the ECOWAS, Nigeria and Ghana. Thank God for President Bush. The peace is here forever. I say one way. One way ticket to Monrovia. One way ticket to Monrovia. Give me one way ticket to Monrovia. One way ticket to Monrovia.
And let me say welcome to all of you guys
That's all I need.
who are just tuning in. We'll tell you welcome.
GGS Production.
Tiare, nous allons tiare, make it tiare, capotire, tiare, abura tiare, it's all the go to it. What I want
My friend and brother Francis Morris Doe. Thank you for tuning in, my friend and brother. It has been a long time.
Togo Poela, Ila Buddha, Let's Pomela Diogo. No, Cabotiano, let's go, Ibeacamana, Tia, make I wonder what the Matthew. Pasiatilo, Swapé des Atila, Koyegotia, Abotia, no, never know. Tiado, never sano, take up my domain, may I ever wonder, Jose told my domain. until I say I draw. Get up and what you are. Get up and get you are. Get up and get up. The red. Sa. Good luck. Yago no faka the yasi. I forgot to do. Got to the war. She went to the war. She went to the war. I put the sada. We put my jessa. Wapen okay. Ye menosu. Ye look at fonda. She went with the way. We got people that go with that. We put my tiwa. Metia jeta. Kalo de baba. Uya osa. Bia mwe beto. Kola soka. Mekane beko. Diya ubatira. Mga waipa nebe. Tiaba. Mga wapya. Apo tiaba. Tina yatwa. Apo tida. Mega tiyao. Apo la tia. Apo la tia. Tiado. Megane o. Ukora basile tiawa, pakaro banasia, menu anako. Tosa wakufa, mwakatia mwena. Banana people, tokusa, tia yakuna. Maye. Ha? Tusiande, misa kwa iwan. Takes away, calling us Ramen, aka Charlie Paul. Yet the other never son, making a tiaba. Saka been on a saka tiaba. Camino for the Kuna tiaba. More quality blue.
Let me welcome on you guys to my Nepson Abraka talk show. Here we discuss the truth, nothing else but the truth. So help me God.
Family for the passing of our dear mother. So your take heart. Your take heart. I'm your child. I'm your child. Your man, your child. So my dear sister, my sympathy again, and we pray that perpetual peace upon our mother through the mercies of God, and the cow will bring the cow. Will bring the cow. Yeah. So it's a tradition. It's a tradition. So the two cow Fina will bring it here. So take it. And then so but I want you also your son. I wanted to excuse me because I was traveling when Asa Yanambo told me that I have come to this match. And I want to give you all the maximum respect.
That was the place that our former president dropped the ball. That was the place that President George Weah dropped the ball. For him to be able to say that he was traveling before Asa Yanambo called him, to be able to come, that was where President George Weah dropped the ball. He could have said that in a very different way. But by him just mentioning that was where President Weah dropped the ball. And by him making the statement that Doe Jr., that he brought up, another ball dropped there too. But what happened before President Weah could go to take his seat? He refused to be able to shake this lady hand. Let me bring you that clip.
to greet the family.
You're seeing that? You're seeing that? Now, let me bring you another clip. What reminded Mamie Doe?
I went to Weir office.
Joy, we are now, who they say that's your son, your husband's son now. He the one, you went to Equa school, you won your case, and he didn't give you your money?
Yeah. He said, how many times you not see Weir there when he was president?
You saw him? 1 time, 2 times?
1 time.
When he had a PR thing to do, not because of her visiting him, she went to see him over 10 times, but he never saw her.
He refused to see me. So, me and Mr. Black went there to him 11 o'clock
in the morning.
In the morning. Before we see Weir was 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Yes. So, we went there to him, and that he didn't speak up for us, for we are to our, pension, our small thing on it. He said, no money.
You met George Weir, and he told you no money.
I tell you, I said, the poor what they say, some of them, they play one part. He said, no money. Then, and that I said, then you can't put her on the community too, so it can be, how do you call it? So, to keep big, I don't know how to call it, man, I forgot the name. He said,
chairman or?
Chairman. Yeah. He said, no. Then, what a man named Bawachima. Bawachima said, no money.
Bawachima now, the former speaker.
The former speaker, yeah. He was right there. He said, no, he didn't want to answer that one. No money.
After you won your case through the Equa court, you go to Liberia and George Weir in town, they refuse to give you your money.
Ask anybody in Liberia, they know about it. So I talked to him for June. I said, my son, I'm begging you. June, that you lay brother. When you do anything, that you lay brother forgive me. I beg you, don't sack him. I hold you for. He said, don't beg for John. John, amen. So we will see to a real man.
That's Joe, we are telling you now.
Yeah.
Veronica, put the camera on the old man, let the people, because all along the people been saying George Weir is Samuel Doe Pa. It's Samuel Doe's son. All the crown people that put a voted for George Weir, they gave George Weir all the votes. All the people. And this is a shocking thing that we are hearing, that George Weir, after you won your case, went to him to give you your money, to even give your son a job. He's telling you your son, somebody he can born, he's telling the boy that they are men, they can fight it out.
Oh, of course. I said, boy, Chima was there. What Matthew Zaza, the
senator on
the Sano. Yeah, he there. The people there, they play.
What are you going to do the cow? Excuse me, you got no right to reject the refuse offer. You got no right to refuse offer. Me, I'm a typical engineer. My late father served as a chief burglar for the late Samuel Kayando. I have a serious issue with the demonstration of now. Yeah, the people got to put that on my motor and arrow to me. The innocent on the first I forgot.
Are you a citizen?
I'm a Chelsea Channel citizen.
Chelsea Channel. You don't follow the CDC again? Okay. Yes. So now let's talk about the rejection of the cow and the rice.
I heard that information with one of the friends of mine. It got me so angry.
Okay.
My sister should have rejected the offer. You should have rejected the offer from the president. Why would you reject the offer from the president? Even you got an issue, accept that offer from the president before you can even reject the offer.
Say the former president.
Thank you. The former president, even before you have an issue, accept the offer, then you can address it in a appropriate way you can address it.
Okay, thank you.
But you shouldn't have rejected any offer.
Okay, let's talk about sister. So they gave your pack out, they give it back. I don't know. You see this to be, bad for the former president.
What's up? So, folks, if you just want, I would like to welcome you to this Liberia. Eric Valentine bringing this live. We are yet at the late Nexi Bodu, former president of the Republic of Liberia, wife. So the offer that was denied, by his daughter, and it's actually breaking it back to
So they are here. Men and women of Liberia. So the cow was taken from here with all your consent. Wow. So you're sent for your cow.
Yes.
So how did you feel when you got the information that they have returned the gesture back to the
Oh, we felt very discouraged. Very much disappointed, my brother. But we don't know the reason why the cow went back. We requested for it. So for this reason.
So do you have assurance that it will remain here now?
It will definitely here.
It will
remain here. It will never go back. Never.
Grandchildren people only watching. Can't be found. Grandchildren people die for 12 days. So we can't divide what's said. So they think what kind here? That was son get it. Mamie Doe, that was daughter. She's supposed to consult her before she do anything.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
That's it.
So folks, keep following. I'm Eric Valentine or bringing this live from the late Nexi Doe resident here. The offer that was denied have been accepted back to the home of Nexi Doe. You just listen to the women, the various women from Grand counties, that they were not aware on this offer was sent back. So just keep following. I'm Eric Valentine bringing this live.
Hello folks, this is Spoon TV and I'm Sylvester Chirople. We are live here at the residence of Liberia, former First Lady, Madam Nexi Doe. Again for the second time, some family members are rejecting the condolence gift made by former President George Weah. At this time around, we want to talk to the first daughter of the late Nexi Doe. So controversy is surrounding this entire gift of the former president. So still with us, Sylvester Chiroplace Money. We are the residents of the former First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. So what exactly is the reason for which this 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 rejection is happening for the second time? So one thing we have to understand here is that the family of the late First Lady Mamie Doe has been talking about they have been receiving the entitled benefit of the former First Lady honor former President Weah. During his Weah's administration, they didn't get their entitled benefits. This has been one of the key reasons for which so we want to talk to the how are you, man? So, yeah, I'm Sylvester Chiroplay, and this is Spoon TV. What exactly again we are hearing about the second time rejecting the former president's gift? What can you tell us about this entire incident?
It was returned this morning. Okay. We rejected for several reasons. I felt it was offensive for my mother, her memory. My mother is not a liar, and we will not bury her as such. We will not bury her as such. It was simply that reasons. So yesterday it should have been handled. I spoke to the ambassador that I wasn't happy about it, and he said he was going to handle it. He was going to do it. And this morning he hadn't done it. So that's the reason I personally make sure that it was done. So I believe he went and got it in error. But I have the final say. This is my mother. I looked after her. I took care of her. Okay? And no one will disrespect her. It doesn't matter what anyone says. I'm a child. I'm the leader here. Okay? No one was here when she was ill. No one has been here for her. So it's what I say. And I don't care what anyone else says. I've consulted my siblings. We're all on the same page. Thank you.
So the first return from the former president's party headquarters, it was received by Ambassador Ase Nyenebo. That's what you're saying? Not from you?
I returned it this morning because it should have been done yesterday. Because during the speech, there were certain things that was said that was unacceptable. And so I told him that I rejected the gift. And he said that he was going to handle it. But he didn't. So I handled it. So when he went to get the animal this morning, he did it without my consent.
So where are the full items, the 2 cows, the 5025G beggar rice, and the 5,000?
To put everything outside, okay? Everything needs to be outside. It's not supposed to be here. So those are the animals, and it needs to go. And I've completely rejected them. Okay?
No, you said you are the head, but are you doing this in consultation with some family members?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, folks, that's the daughter.
Me, you have been coming. You are aware of me. So if somebody knows me, let the person just come and here we'll proceed.
Okay, so we have with us Ambassador Ase Nyenebo. So we have been observing since today. Initially, you intervened, and we saw what was taken to the CDC headquarters. The gift was returned here. But then another unfolding again, where the daughter of the late former first lady is once again insisting that she doesn't want the gift as presented by the former president. But now we are seeing another U-turn again. What's unfolding at the moment?
First, we say we congratulated the former president yesterday after he promised 2 cows. He gave right.
Let me welcome my friend and brother Anthony. Anthony, how you doing? You are muted. You are muted. Yeah, muted.
I'm doing pretty good. How yourself?
Yeah, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. You know, we have a whole lot going on in our country, wherein the the late former First Lady, Mamie Doe, the former president make a donation yesterday. According to the daughter, she complained. She said, "No, we don't want this gift." And Ambassador Nyambo said that he was going to handle it. He did not handle it. This morning, the lady returned. The lady was able to carry. Mamie Doe was able to put everything in a vehicle, and she was able to carry it. Later on, Asa Nyambo went back to the city headquarters to say, "Oh no, the thing that we brought, the thing our daughter brought, we want to buy ya because the thing that was my burial or something. So we want to buy, we will not carry ya, we'll go carry in Grand ya." What do you have to say about this? Because you are a Grandilan and you have a voice. You are a formidable force in Grandilan. What do you have to say about this?
First and foremost, I want to say good evening to everyone and good evening to um, all the followers and those that will have the opportunity to watch this podcast. That I'm in support of what Mamie Doe did. As we can recall, when her mother passed, President Weah offered a condolence message on Facebook. And his condolence message was responded to by Mamie Doe, resenting his condolence message to her mother. And she expressed a disagreement and the way in which President Weah treated her mother. She did not mince her words. She did not pretend. That message was on Facebook for many days and later on taken down. I don't know if somebody reported it, but I have a screenshot of that message. I even commented on that. President Weah did not say anything to that message. The lady expressed publicly her dissent towards former President Weah. It was not a pretense. And so, if the president meant well, he will resolve this issue behind closed door first before even going to the mat. But be as it may, when he got to the mat, she's the bereaved.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, she should have been seated,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't do it.
She woke up, she went to go meet
Out
him.
of the honor
Mm-hmm.
and respect for the former president, she stood up and went to receive him. She waited. He got out of his vehicle, walked towards her. Then she extended her hand.
Yeah.
She is the bereaved again. He chose not to shake her hand, kind of elbowed her and walk away. But he then went on to shake other people's hands.
Like I said,
And another gentleman in the hallway, coming from the hallway, he did shake his hand. And the justification is because so-called impacts in Liberia. Granted, if because of impact you don't want to shake people's hand, then why did you shake other people's hand at the same venue? Few minutes later that you declined to shake her hand. She's the bereaved. Remember that you did not go there for anybody else but her.
Yeah.
And she welcomed you with all of that. Now, he took the microphone and started saying things that was very aggravating and disdainful to the deceased mother. And that really made her to get angry, right? That former president, we had said things like her mother lied. He didn't say her mother lied, but the way in which she said it. That there was no feud between them, and he didn't treat her, things of that nature. When you just played this video, you heard Madam Nancy Doe herself saying that she cried the way in which we had treated her. She was not begging. She was asking for her husband money that the government of Liberia took. Then Emma Sawyer took that money. The lawyer that represented the Liberian government in court at the ECOWAS court was on Spoon yesterday and also said when the woman won her case, he came back to Liberia and advised President Weah to reach out to the lady and negotiate, saying they don't have $18 million to give her, at least to give her $1 million or $2 million, to try to settle this matter. That woman won. She wouldn't have said no. At least you started or something, or to say you'll be giving her. But the administration did not do anything about it. And so this lady, after the lady had this interview, it took a year plus. President Weah did not try to reach out to Nancy Doe to say, oh, mother, this thing, I know you're not happy with me, but it didn't happen the way. That resolved the issue. He sat right in that Monrovia, the woman right there. Now the woman is no longer, she passed away, and he's saying, oh, because she's not alive, she can't defend herself, so he's not going to go deep into the conversation. But you're saying things like she lied on you. Now, here's where I'm disappointed with a group of women who call themselves Grand Jury Association women.
Why are you disappointed? Why? Why are you disappointed?
And I'm going to come there. Look, if you have an organization and you want to go represent the people, you are not the deceased child. She has the right to express her dissent. If she says she doesn't want the gift, you can't force the gift back to the same house where she lived. You understand? That is her choice. One thing we do in Liberia is that, and especially my crown ethnic group,
oh, okay,
somebody will do wrong and they will know that particular thing is wrong. And they won't tell that person you are wrong.
But don't you think?
Because that person is a quote unquote big man, they will leave it like that. That's a pretense. You walking with guilt and you're not happy. Mommy didn't do that. Mommy knew that she's not happy and she expressed her opinion. And that's the right way. We will pretend we say we're Christian, we'll go to church. And we're harboring disunity, hurt in our heart. But we're raising our hand up high. Many of those women over there today, this thing, if that was their case, they wouldn't handle it the way they say they're handling it. Did you go down there for cow meat? Did you go down there for bag of rice? Or you go there to sympathize with somebody? That bag of rice, 25 kg, you can't afford that. Why you down there? Or that piece of cow meat you can't afford, because how many cow meat each person is going to eat to begin with? You're going to lower yourself for a cow meat and few bag of rice over the dignity and the pride of our First Lady? Are you going to sit there and lower your standard? Look what they did. They begged. They literally went on knee to beg former President Weah to give a cow.
She laid on the floor, in fact.
Yes. They begged. So, whole organization, you don't even get steam. You call yourself Women Association. What is your steam? You waited. This lady was sick. Did your organization visit her? What is the footprint of your organization? Or you are a group of beggars who come to beg on a bereaved mat? Somebody is hurt. She saw how the girl was with her mom when they went to President Weah. They went there 11 o'clock. The woman said they didn't get to talk to President Weah until 8 p.m. Elderly woman for that way. Not an ordinary person. How busy was President Weah that you couldn't take at least 30 minutes of the time to come see this lady. They make an arrangement. They didn't just show up there. They had an appointment. She didn't just show up there. You can just go to the president. You got to go through protocol. Look, what I will say here is that let people respect this young lady decision. You don't have to agree with her. Only her can make that decision. Not you, not me, not nobody else. As long you heard her in the video, the last video was boom. As long as she's in agreement with her siblings, that's their family matter. You like it, you can bash her, you can call whatever new. You won't get no business in the people family's business. That's her choice. That's her decision. You may not like it. Fine. Granted. You may not like what she said. Great. But I beg your indulgence. Keep your feelings to yourself. Respect this young lady's decision. Respect it. It's only called common decency. You don't have to agree with her.
But do you
That
think
her family matter. Imagine somebody coming to your house and telling you how you should conduct yourself in your family. That's not public issue. This is not politics. If you're sedition, keep your feelings to yourself. These women they don't represent all of Grand Gita. Both of my parents are Grand Gita. I speak the dialect very well. Does that make me a sedition? Absolutely not. I never support a CDC. I am a die-hard fan of George Weah when it comes to sports. Matter of fact, I bought my AC Milan jersey in Abidjan. The sport market called Soko Say. We are signing it. So, doing that Refugee Day, what thing was tough to go take $75 and go buy one jersey? You know what it means?
It means a lot.
And I did that. I bought my jersey. George Weah AC Milan jersey, original FIFA jersey. You understand? So we're not here to bash anyone. That lady made her decision. Y'all live with it.
But I
Why are
say,
people bashing her? Oh,
I
she
say,
arrogant. She like this. Will you allow your mother
Anthony,
to be denigrated, disdained by another person just because of cow meat business?
Anthony, let me hold you there. You are saying that they should respect the woman's decision. But it seems to be like the woman's decision is not no longer respected. It's like it is passing through their ear from the other side to the other side. Because
That's what I'm telling them. They should be embarrassed of themselves. You call yourself an association and you go there with your empty hand and you waiting, you begging, leaning on this association that call your whole association. With the women of Grand that content, you beating your chest. You ain't able to buy one cow. You beating your chest. Listen to that interview. They're not with this, with that, with the women of Grand. You the women of Grand County. You ain't able to buy one cow. You ain't able to buy 10 bags of rice. You kneeling on the ground, begging for cow. And the girl expressed her dissent, and you got a problem with it? You check your organization. You have organization to be begging organization? Is that what it is?
But it's like this car business is like the car is going to Grand Gita. Because
listen, they have made this cow. You see, my dear brother AB, they have made this cow business as a political issue. Somebody, and that's why I told somebody who has direct contact with Veronica.
I come in. And according to the Grandian traditions, people are not supposed to beg someone for them to be able to bring cow.
Thank you.
And it's supposed to come from the person
heart.
To say, okay,
my brother, look, almost all the traditions in Liberia are similar, okay?
Yeah.
Almost all the traditions in Ivory Coast, Liberia, similar.
Because Uma that passed away, I sent money before I could go there. I sent money before I could go there, and then a cow, in fact, 2 cows were putting. Nobody begged me to say, okay, there's your son, and he is coming from America. So because no, that's not how it is done. But as you know, so he said the 50 back arrest. He said they will carry it to Grand Jide, and then they will be able
Look,
to.
Mr. Yanabo thing he doing, he's on his own. That's fine. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. But history will judge him, okay? He's an artist man, and you gotta understand. The young lady expressed her dissent to you. She didn't hide it. She said, Uncle, X, Y, and Z. I'm not pleased with the way the man treated my mom. I'm not pleased with the man came in the yard and talked to others the way he talked to us. I don't want anything from him. I don't want to do anything with him. Respect that. What are you going to take from you? Oh, the cow go to Grand Judas. So your lower your prestige to a cow meat. The woman dead now have become cow meat battle. In your whole life, you are not eating cow. Somebody passed away, their child grieving, and they're telling you how they feel, and you disrespecting them in the
And
name of what?
mommy
Political
is saying,
relevance?
and mommy is saying that she is doing the decision that she is taking. She taking it in consideration with her brother,
Well, siblings.
with her sisters and brother, then knowledge.
Yes. Look, if this girl was just gonna take an arbitrary decision, whatever, then you say, oh, she did. But her siblings are in line, and she also talking to the uncle because traditionally, Mr. Yanabo is not Nessa Doe family member. Mr. Yanabo is late President Doe cousin. You understand? So,
Okay.
based on the family tradition, he's the elder in that family line now. He's the elder. So you
Okay.
represent that side of the family. But on the children's side, Mamie is the head.
Because she's the first.
Yes. And so she has the decision making. When other outsider come and they want to, what they call the family, whatnot, the man can do the other one. But at the stand right now with the sibling, she's the head. She was with her mom at the last minute. She took her mom for medical doctor appointment and all of the different things. She took care of her mother in the last days. Give her that respect. You can lower yourself for cow meat business. Somebody will talk down on your family member, treat them because look, our business now have. When somebody pass away, it's the perfect opportunity to resolve matter. The first thing, I congratulated the president. We are commending him for even mustering the courage to go in that yard to begin with. Why I started having problem when woman who is grieving, supposed to be on the mat, somebody far away. She got up from her seat, came to welcome you, stood up, extended her hand. You dashed her and gave her elbow. But yet at the same venue, the same place, you shook 3-person hands, including Asa Yanabo hand. Folks, what are we going with this now? Not only that, supposed to just say, oh, you're sorry, you're not, ma, blah, 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 and leave it as that. What are you bringing about the situation that happened? You know the woman there, she can't come defend herself now. What are you bringing that situation up? You have 1 whole year when a woman had an interview. You didn't say nothing. 2 weeks when they get posted on the Facebook page expressing her dissent. You didn't say nothing.
Yes, Sam, your camera is off.
So, folks, all I want to say to the family now, Mamie, you have made your point. People respect you for your decision. Don't offer any other interview. I heard that you're going to be on Spoon Talk tomorrow. Decline that interview. Wait until you lay your mother to rest before you can offer any other interview. Use this time to grieve, make sure all the arrangements done properly, give your mother the befitting burial, and I'm pretty sure Grand Jedi Association will also do something in honor of your mother. There will be a legacy for her. People who don't know, the former First Lady was the person who initiated what we call today the Market Women Association. My
Yes.
mother was then a member, and my mother was a market woman as well. And so she gave people like my mother voices to speak for themselves. So the Market Women Association you see today in Liberia was initiated by her. Many other things that she did. People should reflect on her memory, reflect on some of the good things that she did for the country, and allow the family to grieve. This is not political movement. Nobody should be using this. But tomorrow, this whole thing should be squashed. We need to talk about something else. Allow the family to grieve and do what not me. I want to encourage you. Decline the interview tomorrow on Spoon until you can lay your mother to rest. I think you deserve that privacy now. You deserve that time to reflect. You deserve that time to regather yourself, regather your thoughts, reflect on the good memory of your mother, and you and your sibling wait until the rest of your sibling can join you, and you can put your mom to rest. That's what I have to say. That's my words of encouragement to them, and I commend you. I stand on your decision, and I respect your decision, mommy. Even if you can attest, last night I started this campaign that they should
Yeah.
reject. They
Yeah.
should
You.
reject
In,
this
in
gift.
fact, you was the first
I
person.
was the first
That,
person who said they should
yeah.
reject this gift. You know, because I didn't like what I saw. I did not mince my word. I did not like what. Look, in this world, don't be fake. When you don't like something, say you don't like it. It's not going to change your knee. It's not going to do anything to you. One good thing that you can do for yourself is to be honest. The worst thing to do is to pretend that you are happy when you truly know in yourself you're not happy. That's the worst you can do to yourself. And many Liberians are in the fakeness. They American style, hey, how you doing? Show teeth, and then they stab you in the back. That's that behavior in Liberia. People pretend a lot. And you know you're not happy, say it.
Okay. Now, who you right there? We have one special caller on the line. Uh, Sam, how
You
you
don't have to
doing?
agree with me, and you don't have to be rude to me. You can make
S-
your comment.
Sam, how you doing? Hello, Sam,
I
how you
wish
doing?
somebody can treat your mother like that and you'll be happy with it and show teeth to them too. Tony
Hello,
Sparks.
Sam, how you doing? All right. So my thing is that I don't know where President Weah come from with this kind of mentality, shaking other people's hand, refuse to shake other people's hand. Let me take another caller here. Oh, caller, what is your name and where are you calling on from?
This is Sam, Eddie. You can
Sam,
get me now?
Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, man. I was on the live. I muted my mic, and when I got the call, I forgot that it was muted.
Just go ahead.
I like the way Anthony lay it. And you see, Mommy has just restored the dignity of a family. Let me tell you, it's about time
Restoring dignity of the family with the uncle as a accepting the gift.
It's not the uncle's mother that died.
Okay.
Mommy here is the person that lost all that thing they're doing over there that few people will sit and cry until God called them. It will be Mommy and the rest of them that came through the belly of the late Madam Nessie. No one else will feed that woman death because to those people. Maybe when you lost a parent or you lost someone that's so dear to you like a child, people sympathize with you. It's true. Okay? I've been down that road. I lost a child before. I know what I'm telling you. When everybody was around, it was perfect. When people left, even up to today, I still got some questions that I keep asking myself. Why? How? When? What is it that I could have done to have prevented that? I keep asking myself that question over and over and over and over again. Mommy is the one that lost her mom, not no Grandian women, not the uncle.
But it seems to be like It seems to be that the women were really wanted their car hell.
The women embarrass themselves and they embarrass the crown tribe. Maybe I live in Guinea. Anybody that lives in Guinea, ask them about crown mansion in Petit Smile somewhere there. When the crown people say they're sending money or they say they're helping their relatives, they help. They don't do it like the joke. I'm really discouraged and disappointed in the crown women and the crown community or the Grenadians that they will allow themselves to be embarrassed. Mr. We had no, let me tell you, in our tradition, when you go on the funeral, you don't even tell people what you're giving. You do not.
Ah, my brother.
You don't do it.
Oh, really?
In a kissing, yes, it's not older people. When Joseph Baga went and see him call him out,
no.
He had an envelope, he handed over to the people. He had an envelope that he handed over to the people. Observe other people that go on that tradition, older people.
They will not call them now.
You know how many people sympathize with them?
Yeah, because the president went there. The president, nobody know what the president gave.
Baby, you don't need to know. You don't. Bereavement sympathizing traditionally is like Darren. The other small thing, they get clothes, nyama, there's those small money they want to do, they give it around. The original Darren, when they give it, is split between the man and the pop. That's why you see it will passing all the hands, it will end up in the father hand. There are rules, there are tradition we follow. You don't go on a funeral and announce. In fact, traditionally, when you do something for someone, a food or something, you announce it. You finish disgracing that person and taking that food out of their gut. That was why we are dead. It was the same thing he did to JMB. Look at the video that in the chat room. Mr. Weir needs to stop this. You can't do good. You know how many people not do good for people? You, Mr. Weir, you know how many people failed you before? You know how many people when you're wearing nappings or dapper, when you never knew your senses as a human being, do you know how many people went against their will to see you? Have any of these people come up to say, oh, the time Mr. Weir could not crawl, the time he was sitting, the time he was baby, we have to clean him, I have to do this. Have you seen these people come up? Let me tell you, baby, it's about time that people check Mr. Weir on this thing and let him know, say, maybe they're not telling in the background, he's not listening. Let the man face some embarrassment in the public. These were some of the reasons why the people put the money back that he gave the JLB mother-in-law funeral. They send it back to him. Once you say those things in a funeral setting, there's no reason now.
Okay.
Even in the place, all Mr. Weir needed to do there was, oh, my people are sorry, mommy. Look at the website he's even addressed again. I don't know that lady. Come on, man, that's denigrating. Even if you don't know the lady, oh, to the bereaved family, my brother and sister, our man passed away. Please let our man to rest. I will get some contribution behind the scene. And if there's any other thing you need me to do, please contact me. Let me see how I can help. Simple as eating rest. Let me tell you, Abby, Mr. Weir will never grow up. Mr. Weir is just Mr. Weir. One thing Mr. Weir needs to do for himself, he needs to stop talking too much. And he needs someone to help him. Let me tell you, everybody get disability in life. Whether you like it or not, the most smartest men get disability. Mr. Weir's disability is his stream of thought. He doesn't know when to say it, how to say it. He needs to get a personal aid next to him that will tell him when to say what at what point of time of the day or occasion. Mr. Weir need our help. He definitely needs it. Every time that man speak of here, he pray chakla. And Mamie Doe restore her family dignity. It be you that that you go and bury your man. Amen. Someone can't embarrass your man like that your man lie. When you know you were part of the process, your mother did not lie. You know we are going to do and we are going to go away. It will have disgraced that family. And Mr. Weir have the tendency that people should always accommodate him. Whenever he does something wrong, that they see Mr. the sedition we're doing in America. During campaign time, when they call for Weir to turn the buying plane ticket, they fly to France.
Okay.
When it's time for Weir to say something, they fly out of the country.
Okay.
Weir started speaking now as president, all of them were embarrassed.
Okay.
We are ready to speak. All of them go on the mountain to fast and pray to see if you say something better. Mr. Weir needs to be told in the public like they are doing now. He needs to stop this. If you do good for people, keep it to yourself. Simple as that. Keep it to yourself. You don't have to go denigrate the people's family. They carry the cow and the rest of the headquarters. The 2,000 people he called us out yesterday, they must carry the cow. And the Nigerian women, just before I end up, if I was Samuel Doe Jr., those Nigerian women are dead, I would have asked them to not do anything regarding my mom burial. Let them stay aside. Because they are not just humiliating his mom, they are also humiliating them that are living. Let me tell you, Eddie, the dead don't know they are dead, and the living know the dead is dead. Every disgrace and embarrassment being done there is Mamie Doe and the rest of the children are facing it. Those Nigerian women went there, they went there for one purpose, was to sympathize with the family. They did not go there for cow. They go there for rest. So if that's why the family want all they need to do, Mamie, yeah, y'all sure I have decision, yeah? Yes. I have decision, yes. Okay. We have to sympathize with y'all. If this is your decision, no problem, we agree. It is none of their place. Even the asset is not his place. It is not his place.
Thank you.
The asset man died.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
Every time they accommodate the judge, we are making something on fire, child. What's this? National leader, you keep embarrassing the country, embarrassing yourself, former president. This is why you see Eddie. There's got no organization. Say we are left power. We are not see involved. We are as both chairman or both this or both that. Because the people know we are does not have the ability to make sound judgment. We just keep embarrassing ourselves with the guy. I will come out and show when it's needed, man.
You tell you come out and show it.
That's Sam right there. Sam.
Sammy, thank you for your contribution, brother. You see, people don't understand. Many people say, "Oh, this young guy because you want to run to be a senator." I can care less about politics right now. The same way I value my mother, I value other people parent like that. You understand? I personally would not accept disrespect to my parent. Let alone somebody can do that to a former first lady.
People are saying that it was not President we are responsibility for him to be able to carry our pension money up. That it was not her responsibility.
But she didn't even go for pension money. Oh, she went for the money that she listened to Councilor Good, the man who represented the Liberian government at the ECOWAS court. The woman filed a case for $27 million. The judgment came as $18 million. They gave us $0.
What is her name and where are you calling her from? Good afternoon. You are coming in very low.
Yeah, I can't hear into myself.
Can you call back? Call back. No, I'm not hearing you.
Speak into the phone like it's far away from the phone.
You know, people are saying that let me take this caller. Caller, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Yeah, this is Edwin again. Am I clear now?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you better.
Okay. All right, yeah, let me say hi to you and Anthony on the panel tonight, and thanks for the show. I will just say one thing. I won't be long.
You sure that one thing you want to talk?
Okay, I'll begin too. But the first one is, like my brother just said, I mean, brother, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just get frustrated in a sense that how do we even arrive here to make somebody? And these are some of the things we say, people say, oh, you're disrespecting the man. No, nobody disrespecting him. There's a song in Liberia say, your era that your era.
Yeah. So
everybody got an era.
So what was Josh Man and we are era?
Football, man.
The man era from the time I was in my mother womb up to the time she gave birth to me. And I started seeing and knowing, I knew that Joe, we are era. Joe, God send this young man and bless him with talent to inspire the world through his talent, a God-given talent.
Huh?
But because I'm from a country, a society that is highly gullible, called Liberia, the level of psycho-offensive that is in Liberia, I have not seen that in any African country of my life. and the level of illiteracy that is gone in our country. Those are some of the reasons that we, the electors, vote the way we vote because the high level of illiteracy. And it is our calculator pay to keep all that way so that we can be educated, we can be knowledgeable in terms of voting rights. But however, where is TV? A former president, for every time you come out in the public space, you disgrace yourself and the country as a whole. And then the people that surround him, they don't really like the man. I've been saying it. Because if you love George, you who claim to love him, people were advising, like my brother Anthony said, I live with the grandpa in Ghana. I love to somebody that I know when the grandpa get ready. When they say they're collecting money, it can take them 2 hours. They can collect money. I live with the people. They are you, Buddha Brown Camp. I know I'm telling you. Half of my friends and ex-girlfriends were all crying. Most of them in the Staten Island. I know what the people were doing. They are together. That particular tribe in Liberia, they are together. When it comes to anything, they always together. They raise funding. They don't joke with anything. To see an ex-president, after all this something where you say you and the family will get my brother. Like Anthony said, if you want give contribution, let it not be done publicly. Go there to my poor sorry the first thing and think, oh yeah, they won't happen to we settle it down or something.
But where in the lady lie down on the ground. She was crying. She said, Papa, bring the cow.
Yeah. Imagine the men did not even carry car, but because like you said, to that lady that was there, and she the lady to in question, according to the book, I'm not a crime, but according to the tradition of the crime in the group, she was actually wrong.
You can't beg for cow.
Yeah, because if I'm an older son and my mother passed away, I go on the mat. You don't have to ask me what I supposed to give on the mat. I gave what I supposed to give as an older son. But again, brother, if that's not in my concern, the first mistake that job we have made, like I said, when you all go out there to speak, his space is why will you even go to the player and stand in the place and say, oh, I'll go somewhere, but I say, you know, so meaning you did not go that way. I really have my brother. You went there because Anthony called you.
No, Josh Manawian want to be fair. He want to be fair with the Liberian people.
My man, no, not fair. That just being, something that way. I don't want to call it a name tonight.
Something I not meant to even be in a problem, my brother. Especially for the level that job we are, but like again, before I close on, like I said, there's a song in that say everybody got an era.
Okay.
But because the high level of literacy, I repeat, within our country, and the high level of sequence, that is the reason today that girl will put we on the pedestal that even the next country that near us alone. The girl we have to sell, he couldn't even be the position of George we are here in our senator and president. Even in Sierra Leone, Ghana again with the position.
Africa say you know look at DJ Drogba who been trying to be article FA president here.
And we all we are getting knowledgeable. Thank God for internet. Technology is advancing. So years go by, we pray that we the electors be more knowledgeable to vote people of competence. Because look, even if you look at our legislative space, look at people like look at Bodo Kane, look at the less of man. Let me just
look. Even the one that said that up there educationally, show me one national bill that they are introduced to the public that will have direct impact on the living condition of the people. Delon say you want to reduce his salary by $5,000. Delon, where's the handbill? What is the legislation that you are drafted? Let's see it. Let's push this thing on this platform. Let's help educate people about it. Yeah. You will not see it. Why? He doesn't have it. They're all bluff. I challenge him to show that legislation. Let's see all of the other people that are talking about, then all of them are started arguing.
So at the end of the day, what is the way forward? At the end of the day, what is the way forward? I know that you may have been talking to Mamie or you may be talking to some family members. So what is the way forward? We understand that President Weah the wrong way, he said the wrong thing. What is the way forward?
For me, she should forget about any media appearances right now. Focus on laying your mother to rest. Give her the befitting burial that she deserves, the state burial that she will receive. That's what you need. I don't think it's worth your time, the family time, to be going from one media outlet to another. Don't even entertain any interview beginning tomorrow. Make sure You coordinate the affairs until your mother is laid to rest. She's the most important person now to be focused on. Nobody else. All the other side distractions, the other people saying this, the so-called women of Grand Judas down there doing all that thing, don't listen to them. Grieve your mom. Make sure that she laid to rest. Reflect on the good time that you had with her and all of the different things. Stay away from the media shenanigans. Focus on your family. Lay your mother to rest. Give her the befitting burial. That's all I can say to her. Like I said earlier, I heard today on the Spoon Talk that she will be a guest on the Spoon. If I have a direct number, I already talked to somebody who talked to her directly. Prince Double always talked to her directly. I talked to him today, and tomorrow morning I'll send you a message to remind, like, hey, reach out to her. She should decline that because it's not gonna do the family any good, but to amplify things to, take away the private moment for her family. She's mourning. Who want to interview somebody who is mourning? The network's supposed to know that. She's not gonna bring view to you that viewership you're looking for. Allow the woman to grieve. Allow the woman to lay her mother to rest. She said what she wanted to say. She expressed her dissent. Respect that. And I think that's what she needs to do now. And that's why everybody else need to, allow her to grieve. Look, when somebody lose a person, man, a family member, especially her mother,
especially the mom.
Dude, I don't know about other people, but the way I'm so close to my mother,
you cannot
I'm
find
so
a
close to my
replacement.
mom. I don't know about others. And then,
Anthony,
I don't want nobody to take this away from her. This is a moment that she had to have by herself.
Anthony, when I lost my mom, I could not get over it. Up to now, where I'm sitting.
Sorry to hear that, bro. My mom's still alive because the way I'm close to her, I know God call people anytime, but I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, man.
But the point of the matter is that is the woman who could give you food for her to be able to starve.
Oh, my mom did that thing many times. We're in the Ivory Coast as a refugee, man. Many days, my mom starved just for all to be alive.
When your mom passed away, you don't need media attention.
No.
When your mom passed away, do the traditions and then get her a befitting burial.
Absolutely.
But nowadays, people now are politicizing this thing. For Mamie, what she did yesterday, she was right. She was right because she told her uncle, and her uncle told our Henry. Up to this morning, her uncle did that Henry.
The uncle won't be senator again because you once a senator, became ambassador for over a decade, and you came back, you won't be senator again 2029. That's what you doing all of that for. So you kissing everybody that come around, whether they do good or do bad, you get kissing it. This is not fair. You can't put your personal feeling before other people's feeling. Respect this young lady decision, especially when she came to you and said, "Uncle, I'm not pleased with this behavior. I don't want any gift from this man. Let's do it this way." Respect that. What is hard about it?
There's one thing that I will say. Maybe if some people may not like it. If I were Mamie Hosmo, I'm just saying if I will ask her for her to not appear on Spoon.
Tomorrow, Bob, make sure I will talk to Prince. I'll call Prince early when I was saying message. Do call this girl. She shouldn't want to invite. I will talk to our other people. He has a number.
Be like, sorry, welcome.
She doesn't need no Spoon Talk interview tomorrow. No.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Let her hear from you. I know you just coming. I mean, we are talking about the Mamie saga. She been able for her to be able to refuse the 5,000 plus the 50 bag of rice plus the 2 cows. She went. The former president went there yesterday. The former president refused to shake her hand, but shook other people's hands. Minus that, the former president, said some derogatory statement yesterday. So Mamie now told her uncle. Mamie now told her uncle that it would be nice that we would return everything that this man have brought. The uncle did not do nothing about it up to this morning. Let have your saying.
Well, thank you for having me. I want to thank the Doe family for respecting the movement and not they respecting the death. Because when somebody denigrate, disrespect, and not see anything in you, you have to stand firm. You have to tell them that you're somebody in life. So at the end of the day, political pundits or people who believe that they are loyal to an individual will not speak the fact. And we're talking about death. Like I said, one of the platforms that I was on before I came here, death is something that is at everyone's door mouth. This is not something one should put it aside. But the usual things that happen in abroad is everybody want to use certain situation to politicize it. So at the end of the day, they never see rationality coming up. They never see life out of politics. Like we said yesterday, it was very denigrating. It was very inappropriate. It was ill advised for we have to have spoken the way he did yesterday. It's one thing to go on a program, but the message you send out there speaks another volume. As a leader, you need to be refined. You need to know what to say at certain point in time. That was the funeral area. And to have even gotten Mr. Weir did not went there because as a the former ambassador, was the immediate and the bereaved family over there. You went there to sympathize with Mamie. I guess Mamie was the older sister over there on ground. You may have all of your disagreement with Mamie, the way she prejudged the issue when her mother passed off, in regards to your condolence message. But at that point in time, you have already taken your time. Appreciate it. Why you couldn't shake her hand? And at a point in time, I saw that video. That brings me to certain understanding. There's they always saying that we are is vindictive, and he's validated that argument that he's one person who do not forgive. He only show you the worth it at certain period of time because he want to in name of he's a peacemaker, he's a unique man, but he keeps saying in his heart. And if one cannot use death to reconcile, there are circumstances in life if you cannot use it to reconcile. I don't know when will you reconcile with your fellow human. So it was very bad, and I don't think anybody should play politics all of it. Whether the Unity Party, whether the CDC, this is not the time of death because don't forget to know there is a former state woman. She could be your mother, she could be your aunt, she could be your sister. At the end of the day, nobody wishes anybody death. But one day, you're going to be in the moment tomorrow. And it hurts a lot to lose your loved one, especially your mother. And for somebody to come and make such a statement, she saw it as disrespectful. It was clear. You cannot give. Fine. She refused to give. That's all right. What's the big deal about that? And I see political pundits, political tools, irrational intellectuals want to intellectualize the thing, make it appear that we're going back to the back days by bringing our old video that has nothing to do with the issue. That is how our country has been polarized with this. A I don't know how to describe it, but with the dirty politics that has made young people have no direction. At the end of the day, they are the loser, or they are the victim. We can say in another way, and there
But
are instances we can point out. So,
but
but
bro, sorry, let me hold you there. What do you think? The lady carried a cow and the back of her back. As
I mean,
a
I'll join
Yenabo,
you later. I gotta check out from work.
okay, as a Yenabo, who is the uncle to to the bereaved family? As a who is the uncle? As a he went there to request for it. Say, our daughter brought it. You give it back to us. Then he is saying that he will carry it to Grand Jury. In fact, they gave them doesn't need to be in Morovia. They will carry it to Grand Jury. What do you think of that statement?
Ase Yinabu is now a reconciler. Ase Yinabu has his own goal. If one is a reconciler, like many have said, you should have carried on an initial conversation before even begging Mr. Weah to have spoken the way he did. If Ase Yinabu was very sincere and honest, he could have played the father role and the real uncle role. But if somebody has certain motive that is quite different from the real agenda in relation to reconciliation, or has somebody project themselves up there as an uncle, then you look at Ase Yinabu being a self-seeking human being. So you are an uncle. Nobody disputing the fact that you're now part of the family. But they got immediate family over there that is so hurt. If she's hurt, she says she don't want this gift. Is it show disrespect to her mother death? Come on, carry back to the party headquarters. You cannot take that cow. What is 2 cow and 5,000? That family cannot, it is not about the money, but the intent, the way in which you presented it. So we've been hearing romance. I don't want to go to political way because I said we should not attack politics to this thing. I said Yunabu has his own agenda with the CDC. That which is undisproved, nobody can disprove that either. So for him to have shown certain level of loyalty or wanting to, make it believe that he has voice in the family, you have to do what he's doing currently. But it does not speak well of him. He needed to play the unique reconciliation role. If she does not want to reconcile at this particular period, you can't force her. Leave her, let you move her mother there. Let she accept what she thinks is necessary, she should accept. Like you listen to her, she said nobody was there when she was tirelessly handling her mother when her mother was ill. So she knows what she went through. And she did not do it, and as individual. Other sibling consented to what she was doing. So I mean, I think Yunabu need to be careful as to how he proceed with the whole thing, because at the end of the day, the fallback gonna be on you.
Thank you. Let us bring you a clip here.
Okay.
How does it feel now? You have some better
We feel good. We have begun a process that should not be, but we have to go through it. So this is our first step in the journey to vindicate ourselves, and we welcome it.
Do you see the process? How do you see the process? Is the process fair? Is the process fair?
Motivation. Your
supporters have been commenting that this process is politically motivated by the regime.
No, but listen to, did you hear the press conference of Gregory Coleman, the IG? He did say that this is a highly political case, did he not? So you don't take the partisan's word for it, you take the IG's word for it. He decided to bring this case based on a basket of evidence of innuendos, lies, and misstatements. And in the next few weeks, as we go through the preliminary hearing, we will deconstruct those lies and be able to put together a defense that is worthy of what we've done.
My name is Delton Dolan. How can you describe your stay at the Monrovia Central Prison?
It's a place for human beings. Unfortunately, that's the best the state can offer for Liberian citizens. It's unfortunate, but they are no better than me.
Thank you so much.
As long as As long as we're in a political battle, it's a political win. Thank you so much.
So that was the voice of former speaker Funati Kofa. This is how former speaker Kofa is leaving the institute for the
So what do you make of they went to the temple of justice this morning while they were in prison? They went to temple of justice, and the former president went there, and barrage of government officials and present government officials, senators and representatives, they all went there. They put out a bail bond, a property bond, before the judge could give them the green light. So y'all go to Moreover Central Prisons, carry these bail bonds. Do you think this issue is over?
Not yet. It is out of ignorance. Sometimes people behave the way they behave. Sometimes people celebrate things because they don't know what they are celebrating. And I pity young people in Liberia because at the end of the day, brother, you have never been given the respect as young people. You have never been part of institution. People only use you as a particular period of time. Now, before I make progress, no one should get me wrong. It's not bad to celebrate your leader, but on what basis one should celebrate him? Now, the case is at a point where Liberia need to understand few things. It is not at a final conclusion stage. And I want to thank the justice system for doing the right thing because we talk about due process of law. And always people should not, be people should not be given, people should not be prevented from giving the right due process because they're opposed to you as a government. So, you may have your own disagreement with how you say things, but legally, there's nothing wrong yet. And the process is going on. We all want a cautious Liberian. Give the process a chance. I listened to the speaker talking about the RG said it was a political case. I don't know if you had that recording for us to balance his allegation with what the RG said so we can get clear understanding about when the RG said it was a political case. But I don't want to delve into that because they don't heard that from the whole press conference that I listened to. Maybe it could have been different press conference, but the recent press conference, I did not listen to that either. So he said political is a win for them. That's how Liberians are always trained. If one is Joe and free from jail, supporter go and sometimes raise battleground. Out of ignorance, they go and raise battleground, they feed that there's a win for them. But I want to say this is not a win. The process is still going on because they should appear in court tomorrow to I think at the stage where the government will present their evidence to the judges and they will evaluate the judges. If the defense, the accused, I mean, we can say in another form in a legal thing, if the accused has, if the accused are not satisfied the way the evidence lay, don't forget to know those evidence can be amendment, right? If the accused can call for examination of those evidence so they can actually see what is necessary to be put on a particular individual, what is not necessary. Because don't forget to know that most of you guys were charged with the same crime. If you disagree that Fonatic Kofa should not be, for example, should not be charged with, for example, the police say one of their charges criminal intent to commit murder and and recklessly endangering another person's life. If they are in disagreement with that, they can defend that and prove it beyond all reasonable doubt that this particular charges should be amended from those charges to the indictment that came from the police. So I think it's a whole lot of process. We got a long way to go to let people understand that it is not the final conclusion state. There's no win yet until we see that those guys, the evidence the government say they have, like I said yesterday, they are innocent until they proving all reasonable, beyond all reasonable doubt, that those basic crimes that the police said they committed is proven by evidence. Because the police said they have a lot of evidence to prove their claim. So they will reach at that point where they had to examine those basis, allegations, charges against them. Then they will examine them. If necessary, the judge can trash out some of these things. That's the amending process. And when they will go to the grand jury carry on their basic process, and they be found out the judge can get a the both side argument and find out they got ruling from the case. If another party too is not satisfied, probably the accused, they can take the government to the Supreme Court. If the government who is not certified, they can follow to the Supreme Court. Because if you're not follow, because don't forget to know that we're talking about a second degree felony case, which is under the jurisdiction of either one of the codes. You talk about a criminal code A or C as tend to be corrected.
Yeah, criminal code C.
Yeah, one of those codes. I mean, they have the jurisdiction to handle that matters. If you're not satisfied with the ruling from there, you can go to the Supreme Court. So it's a whole lot of process. It may take time, like the way the investigation took time, because you talk about court coming, opening in particular period of time, closing in particular period of time. So, I mean, there's a whole process we have here. There's no win yet.
I
I'm seeing
was I was
people always
wondering
say like,
whether I was wondering whether they have the right for them to be able to go to work. Would their criminal case, second degree felony case hanging over them, what are they have the right for them to be able to go to the national legislature?
yeah, the Constitution is very clear on that. When it clearly makes us understand that if they are not convicted and sent to prison, you cannot. There's no the legislature and communicated. That's a process. There's a whole lot of process. If they are convicted and finally convicted by the court and they are guilty, the court can do the communication to the House of Legislature because those are separate branches of government. The
Yeah,
House of
but
Legislature.
I'm saying wherein they are not found guilty yet, they are still going through the case, but they are being charged. Whether they has the right for them to be able to attend sessions.
Oh yeah, they can say extension, they can still do the labyrinthal work until they are found out guilty. But in that process, they will still be going to court to argue. Anytime the court did that, they will subpoena them to appear. If their lawyer need to go, their lawyer will go and defend them. They are not guilty. They are not guilty until
Yeah.
proven all reasonable. I mean, that's the proceeding.
Keep your call coming out on 952-452-4848. Once more, 952-452-4848. That is the number to call to be live on a Manefson Nabraka talk show. We had just 5 more minutes here for us to be here. Keep your call coming out on 952-452-4848. I mean, if I was President Weah, before attending that funeral, that mat. I will call as a send as a and myself. We have, good friendship. I will call as a to invite the Doe family either over to my house first or to a neutral ground for us to be able to scratch everything out before I can be able to go there in the public for the public to be able to see. And I will say that by you placing this call, there should also be secret. They should not be public. Let take another caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from? Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
My name is Hashim Famula, calling from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Go ahead.
Yeah. See, the lady was right to refuse the cow because you cannot go and present something to somebody and the person did a baby family. They get out and respect you as the court said, as the former head of state. Then you decide to give your arm to them. And our brother and sister in Liberia, they are get bad news. And when they finish news, then they told me, you see people they say they're 25 years old, they call them and say you are not a youth. So our brother in Liberia, they get bad news. I'm sorry for them to say that.
Are you talking about the women then who chastising mommy for their cow?
They are even wrong. Why you? She the baby family. That's her mother. That's her mother. You know how it takes for you to lose your mother, your mom.
It hurts.
They don't see it a lot. They got. Like me, I lost my mom last year, September 5th. Your mom is everything. And nobody can take your parent place. Nobody can take your parents' place.
Thank you.
Okay, bro. Thank you for the show.
Okay.
Maybe I think you got to announce the number again. Somebody asking for in the comment section.
Yeah. Carter, what is your name and where are you calling from? I think the number to call is 952-452-4848. Once more, 952-452-4848. That is the number to call. 952-452-4848. I mean, let us be able to hear from one or two callers and then we'll call this podcast a day. Once more, the number to call is 952-452-4848. That is the number to call. Like I was saying, so it was nice for the president to be able to call onto the family first so you can have everything scratched out. Let me take this caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Private is me, Edwin again, from Minnesota.
Edwin, go ahead.
Yeah, to weigh in on these, the guys who have been incarcerated, who were jailed this weekend for the arson attack on the Capitol. Now, Bribey, I think when I previously call, I mentioned the reason the youthful population is in disarray it is a calculated plan. Keep them as they are. Don't educate them adequately because they will be when you are educated and you are man, you have a mind of your own. Nobody can control you, but somebody who feeds you control your mind. So to see, like my brother Travis said, to see people celebrating Kofaden and don't even know what they are celebrating for, it's pathetic. It's very pathetic. This is a man, is an ex-convict in one of the greatest countries in America. But for Liberia, he's been celebrated. And these are people that we elect into positions of payment. So to be honest, bro, if in the next 10 years or 15 years to come, Liberia has to be better. Because once upon a time, our country has signatory to countries around the region who has independence today. Before then, I remember according to history, the first black African female U.S. Secretary General was Auntie Rose Rana.
She was a Liberian.
Yes, to tell you how respected Liberia were before the war came. Now, we're done with that chapter, but gradually, we will get there. This next man, let me tell you, before I get leave, one of your brother, I don't know if you know him, peace be to his artist. Whenever I always see George Bernard passing around, my mom can always go to the lady mama di Jakate. He used to work at Juke FM.
Yeah.
He made a statement, I will quote and quote on this. He said this, I was in Ghana. He said, the greater accident that will ever happen to Liberia is for Liberians to sit educated and not able to say and make mistakes to elect your way as president. He said it, Mamadi Dagate said it, and today we are in one of the greatest accidents that ever happened to our country by electing this young man as president. I mean, this ball of a man body. Look, who is Kufa and the letter Abu Bana Kamani are they exempted from them? Can you imagine if you were closer last year? I mean, before the election, you remember the lady in Redland? I was beating Nikki and the open food was drinking battle into her and steak and things. Maybe did you ever saw driver to Sobi? Or you ever saw her in Ghana to go visit the lady that I think happened to? And if I say as I learned, the judge in question when I think happened, the guys that were arrested and taken to jail or judged to the lower courts and prove that bond for them to be released. But today, people who destroying our national symbol and emblems have been celebrated by our young brothers and sisters. And I just pity them. Thank you for the night.
Thank you. Lawrence, you come at a time wherein
Closing.
we are about to close.
Yes, sorry, I was
You come at a time where we are about to close, but we just gave you like 2 minutes so you can be able to make your expressions about your view so our listener can be able to hear your view. So the
yeah.
floor is all yours.
All right, thank you. So, are we on a topic that has to do with the lawmakers that were released?
No, we are on the release of the lawmakers, and we are on the return and the recollecting. Mamie Doe carry a, Mamie Doe carry a, and then Mamie Doe carry a, and then
I
Asa
say,
Yinebo went for a. So that is what we are on.
all right, thank you so much. One thing I want to say is that I said this yesterday that we the youth, or we the young people, or the Liberians of yesterday are not the Liberians of today, and we are learning. So parties who feel that young people are still not making progress in their life, that they will use the ignorance of the young people to make them, get into certain things for those politicians' promotion. They should rethink, because young men are learning, young women are learning. Right now, you open school in Liberia, any kind of school, you will get students, because people won't think anymore, so that they will make a decisive and an informed, you know, decision. So yeah, I said right. Pertaining to those lawmakers that were released, they were not released because the judge said they are not guilty of a crime, or they are guilty of a crime. No, they were released because the crime in question, the arson crime in question, and
the judge granted a bail for them to be released on bail, that at any time the court can call for them for trial to begin. So this does not mean those lawmakers are guilty free, like the way seditions or in general the oppositions were celebrating. So they should think twice. That's what I'm saying. Liberians are learning. Those people are because they now commit a crime. They are released because a bond was accepted, a bill was accepted by the judge or by the court, and they were released on bail, meaning that they will be appearing to court anytime they are called upon. Yes, the traveling ban has been placed on them. They cannot travel out of the country because they have a case in court. So they have to go through prosecution. Examination has to take place. Jurors have to run their verdict. The judge has to look at the verdict. If they believe that the evidence before them, if the judge believes that the evidence before him or her are sufficient enough to find those guys guilty of the crime allegedly being committed, then the judge will find them guilty and they will be sentenced to prison. So the law that determines how many years when you commit arson you will spend in prison, or the charges that they will be guilty of. So that's it. Those guys are not free from the crime. So we should be cognizant of the fact that they are not free. I saw the former president George Weah saying that they have won. You have not won anything. And this is just to tell you that common people who commit crime in Liberia, they have no justice. Those guys who were in prison before the lawmakers go to prison, did you see any politician visiting them in prison? No. Did you see any political parties coming together to say, let us, sign a bond to release those people? Let us, pay bill to free those people. Let release those people on bail. No, because they feel that those people are common people and don't have any right to bail. But lawmakers who facilitated the process, who allegedly facilitated the process, are those people you find politicians like George Weah, Joao Taylor, and all those opposition political leaders coming together to, pay a bill to release those people. So it means they don't have time for the citizen, and the citizen must be able to realize that you are the people that make those people to be Nati Kofa, Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, Debbie, and all those lawmakers. So your priorities come first. And when they cannot put your priorities first and put their priority and make themselves as a priority, then you need to think twice to make a decision. It does not mean you are forced to be a part of a political party to support an individual. Your first political party you have in your life is Liberia. So it is Liberia that you should support before political party. So this thing happens for Liberians to open their eyes and understand that these politicians don't have time for them. Now to the next topic about the cow, right? It was a good thing that Mamie Doe rejected that cow. One, Georgia is a person that when he gives gift, and at a certain point in time, when two of you or you that he gave gift to, you decide to go the other way, he's gonna talk about him. He's gonna tell you that, oh, one time you were struggling at this for you. And not everyone likes for someone to do or say such thing to them. So Mamie Doe, maybe on that, based on that factor, she gave back the gift. Secondly, this man refused to recognize Mamie Doe. According to what I heard, he rejected handshake. So you refuse the handshake of this lady, but you want to give cow to her. So she has rejected your cow, and which of course the both are equal. You did not recognize her. You did not see her as anybody, as a member of the family. But then you want to give her gift on her mother's death business. She has rejected it. Gift is not something that must be accepted by the receiver. Gift is something you freely giving, and the receiver can say, "I don't want it." There's no tradition banning that when somebody gives you a gift, you must receive it. No, it is upon you to say you want it or not. And she says she's the head of the family, and she has spoken on her side saying they don't need a gift. She has rejected it. So I mean, she did the right thing. If anybody wants to politicize this, it's their business. But she's on the right trajectory of what she's doing that she thinks is best for her family. You cannot, when the woman was alive, refused to help her. Now she is dead. Then you want to show that empathy, that sympathy to say you are, sympathizing with her. No, you have to respect the living. If when a woman was alive, when she had life, she needed your help. You refused. Now she's dead. What more can you do to make her to be pleased? Whether you give thousands of dollars, you give millions of dollars, it will not make the family to be pleased, because when their mother was alive, you did not recognize her as your mother. You kept grudge against her. People always, seditionists always say Joseph Burger is vindictive, but the most vindictive is George Weah.
Thank you.
Because that, so I mean, she did the right thing.
Thank you.
Yes.
TGS Production.
At this time, we'll now turn the pendulum up to my brother Sorry for him to be able to give a closing statement. My brother Sorry, you are muted.
Yes, thank you for you hearing me.
Yeah, you're live now. Yeah, go ahead.
I think we concluded all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me here today. I think it's a good thing to be here to discuss all of the issues that affect our country, whether positive or negative. Uh, it's always a pleasing pleasure to be here sharing platform with you to Lawrence Fala, and we encourage all women in Liberia, like always we conclude like this, share the conversation with other people to get the little things that we have to share with you. No one has monopoly over knowledge, and I want to believe that the platform is always too open to all women in Liberia to come and have savor changes. The only way we can help is to discuss the issue and put forth recommendations and solutions as to national growth. Going out days, we keep saying this. The people used to be intimidated from speaking. Going out the days where people felt as a threat to one another because of one opinion. So I mean, it's a good thing always to be here. Let people be honest, firm, and speak truth to power. Young people, there are a lot of ways you can contribute towards Mama Liberia. They got Save Society organization where you can venture your time to you build your own capacity. There are a lot of things you can do from the Save Society angle. You get recognition. You live your life. You get career from that. Not to be behind politician. That is why some of us we disassociate ourselves from being part of politician, because at the end of the day, the very mandate they're giving you, they don't even have the guts to give that mandate to their children at home. Some of them don't even have the face to talk to their children, but they will stay in public. They will stay at your party headquarters and give you a mandate that does not mean well for you. Like my brother Lawrence struck a very good point when he talk about what about those that are in custody, those that were previously and put behind bars. What the CDC doing for them? And I mean that speaks volume to how young people has been less valued in that country. But it is what it is. If you cannot project yourself to be serious-minded person, people will always use you. People will not take you serious. Political party, upon political party, what are the Unity Party, what are the CDC, what are the ANC, young people has not been prioritized because young people themselves fundamentally got certain problem. At the end of the day, nobody want to institutionalize things. Nobody want to, seek for the future. But what they can get to put in their pocket at a particular period of time. Good conversation. Mr. Weir did wrong by sabotaging politically the people deaf their time of money. As a Unable did not coordinate that whole communication well in my mind. And I think he should do better. The Kofa case has not been concluded. Like the brother shares some education on stages of it, and I said it, let people hold their peace as the process go on. Let's hope for a better Mama Liberia. God bless Mama Liberia, and God bless all those that are here in the comment section. I see it's very interactive. Let's keep doing this to uplift the platform. Keep sharing as we make progress with the conversation. Thank you very much, Abraham, for having me here
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, thank you. Uh, Bro Lars.
Yeah. Yeah. So Abraham, I want to say thank you, and Swari. Swari, I do admire your articulation, and I admire your analysis, and you appear to be very, outspoken. So I want you to keep it up. One thing is that we, the young people of this contemporary time, I want us to be, you know, to have that belief in ourselves. We should destroy the syndrome of believing in individuals. For example, most of those who support CDC are people who believe in that Weah is right in anything he does. So if Weah says something today and says the contrary tomorrow, they will still fall for that. So as a young person or as an intellectual, as an academician, you must believe in yourself. Is yourself. When you believe in yourself, you'll be able to make that rational decision on how to accept certain things from others. But when you don't believe in yourself and you believe in another person, it means your decision will be controlled by that person you believe in. And this is what happening to most of us that support political parties. Even though, as for me, as one person or political party, I don't belong to any political party. The reason why is I want to be an independent and a realistic thinker. That when I'm making my point, it should not be binding, with political view or with party view. It should be binding with realistic view, with legal view. And this is the reason why I have chosen not to be a part of a political party, rather to support a leader who has these two traits: one, patriotism; two, nationalism. These are the two things that when a leader exerts or exhibits, they will be able to develop their country. So any leader that does have those two traits in them, it means they are willing to develop Liberia. Therefore, you owe my support. But I am yet to see leader who is patriotic and national. Patriotism means you love your country. Nationalism means you stand up for your country. So when you have leaders who have these traits in them, it means they are ready for national development. So this is my stand, and I want to encourage us, young people, to continue to believe in ourselves, to support ourselves, to enrich ourselves with education, so that we can make informed and rational decisions when it comes to the growth of our country. Therefore, on this note,
Okay. Thank
I
you.
want to say thank you for me on your show. Whenever you
Thank you.
are, on, share the link with
We
me.
have
I'm on when I'm ready.
we have one quarter here. I will just give this quarter here 1 minute. Sam, you have 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute on the dot.
My man, you need to make a minute to understand. I call out one of the panelists. I just
But
don't have the time.
you are not on the show tonight, so you are qualified as a caller.
Okay, no problem. You know, Eddie, let me tell you this, those guys ain't coming from prison is good. It just proves to people that keep making noise that JB don't look at you. He want the system to work. And if you observe, most of the people that are appointed by the woman, he doesn't micromanage them. He leaves you to run your entity or the ministry. But they're jubilating yesterday like the case is over. Y'all asked Samuel 12 for his court SARS now and his court SARS before. After John, we have made our statement. Today, Samuel 12 can't go anywhere. Abu Kamara in our place, he ill. They're making all that big mouth tomorrow. They will go compromise. Let me tell you, Eddie, if I were JMB, this is what I would have done. I would drop that place. I will call all the zone in the country to give those that burn that capital building 1 hour to come out. If they don't come out of fire, let me kill it. I swear to God in heaven, I would have done that. Simple as that. And then do it, then lead them. All those that participate. Let me tell you, that what General Roland said, you bring the Bible, you bring the Quran, these people will swear, they will steal, they will commit crime. Let's use our tradition. Bring out those key zones, tell them, don't call me, just fire lightning. You will see them working and coming outside one by one. But everything will try to polarize us. But let me tell you, this is what I heard. You know, like brother, small play, you can hear things.
Yeah.
Those men were trying to scare the majority. They scattered the chair, the men bought new chair. They tear gas and the men king. Their plan was that stage, they wanted to burn the stage to cause small fire, and that day those guys were not going to have section. Because they knew that day the guys were going to have vote. Because George Weah had called in and convinced some lawmakers he was going to come in town and he was going to get them to leave the majority block. So they wanted to stop that section, that identical day, to disrupt the process and store it. Then when Weah come, they will convince those guys to leave the majority. Unfortunately for them, God went short trust it backfire. Who brought our idea? That idea between Abu Kidi and Debbie. That the two people brought our idea. Fonati Kofa and Dixie Sibo, they facilitated the process. They bought our Dixie Sibo used for nuclear right away. My brother, we all get eye and ear. You know when the sedition talking to get eye will come from different planet. Now I can tell them we all smell gunpowder in our country. So nobody can make our friends scared. Like Yaka can say, you can't make old lady in front of big bucket, my brother. I can't be standing there, you tell me, say, hot dog, you set you on the ground? No way. So this whole thing, Fonati, Malaki, walk away. Persona Cooper made a reckless statement when no man broke the chair. She took blame for it. I want to put her in a mess. But Debbie, Abu Kiri, and Dexter Sibo, these three people, they Malaki, all that big money doing the baking behind the scene. All that big money doing they're begging behind the scene for the government to pardon them. And it goes to the young people in Liberia. That's my last point, Eddie. John, the brother was saying, our brother, me, I support Joseph Boga. Joseph Boga said today, go burn that capital building. I'll tell you, Papa, sorry, on your own. These people will use you, they will dump you. How long no guys were in South Beach? They don't even get mattress. So until then, they were going in, mattresses were falling. So to the young people in Liberia that are hearing us, y'all be yourself. These men want to do their muya, let them do it with their family. The politicians can benefit when they take offer more than even you that suffer. So that this is just a classified warning. Now the brother said, UPO, CDCO, what kind of PO, what kind of UO, what kind of VO? Be careful when the politicians are asking you to go and do the wrong thing. Because guess what? For the teacher laying in America today, no boys are in prison. The other one ran away. So thanks for the time, Abby. Me, I will fire like me. No need to go waste time.
Okay.
God is on there.
You say you were fire.
Man, say you fire leather. No, we got laws about that. That law take his school.
The message will carry us.
Starless G on the beat.
say thank you very much to my brother Soare and to my brother Lawrence Fala. Thank you very much for tuning in. And thank you so much for all the comments. Thank you so much. We cannot be able to call names here tonight, but trust me, tomorrow we'll be able to call all of you guys' name one by one. Thank you and have a good night.